Hey, it's C-Roc again. We're back. It's a Monday call. We're here on YouTube, as you see. We also have a Zoom call going on over here. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Like and comment after you hear what we're about to talk about today, which is focusing on yourself first in life and business and how that impacts you. Most people focus on other people first. They focus on what these other folks are doing on social media, what their neighbors are doing, what the people that they grew up with are doing, what the coworkers are doing. They compare, and then it makes them feel like crap. But not only that, there's other things that go on and I notice this with a lot of women, okay? And I don't mean to be, but I just noticed this because my wife and I have had conversations about this where they focus on the kids and their husbands and their partners and their families first. And then their bodies, their minds, everything suffers because of that. But they feel like that's the right thing to do. I wanna put some attention on focusing on yourself first, taking care of yourself first, focusing on areas that you can better in your life first, before you reach out to help other people. Because at the end of the day, if you really have a mission to help other people, the best way to do it is to take care of yourself first and create an opportunity for you to be the best version of yourself. What we do sometimes is we get caught up in the comparison. We're looking at social media a lot. We get caught scrolling. It's designed to grab your attention. It's designed to lock you in. And what we do is we see so-and-so, like I'm up in Maryland, right? And the weather in the winter time is not the greatest. It gets not a bad winter this year, but it gets like, gray sometimes and windy and cold and rainy. And then you're on social media and you're looking at people in Florida. And them sons of bitches down there living a life, the palm trees. They're going to the beach in February and January and on boats. And you're like, man, come on, man, really? You gotta put this in my face? They're not putting it in your face, you're putting it in your face, and you're not focusing on yourself. And so we get caught up in this stuff where we get to see somebody else's business and they're doing well. And they put about it on social media how well they're doing. Most people don't put on social media the struggles they're going through. We judge other people, not just the comparison thing. On the other hand, we judge other people. We judge them what they're going through. We judge how they act. We judge what they do with their kids, with their money. We judge them. And really when we're judging them, it's not about them. All that is like, okay, this is the reflection I have of myself and I'm comparing myself. It goes back to comparison again. And really it takes the focus off of yourself. And when you take the focus off of yourself, you can't grow. When you take the focus off yourself, you're stuck. You're going backwards. I talk to people a lot of times about this gap that develops when somebody commits to starting to make themselves into the best version of themselves. They're not settling, they're not gonna get complacent. There's a gap that starts to develop between them and the people around them. And it starts to make the people around them very uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is not a bad thing, by the way, even though it seems like it is. And by the way, if other people around you in that environment, when you start to commit and you start to elevate and focus on yourself, your mind, your knowledge, your wisdom, your activity level, taking care of your body, your finances, all that. When you start to do that and other people are getting uncomfortable, it makes you uncomfortable. And thoughts go through your head to think that you maybe should let off the gas pedal. Maybe you should slow down. Maybe you should stop doing the mission that you're on. And I'm here to tell you today not to do that. When you see that, that's a sign that you're doing something. You're creating a gap. That gap will continue to get bigger as long as you stay committed and they don't. Now, I don't want the gap to be there, okay? Especially people that are around me in my life, my wife. I don't want a gap between me and my wife. I want to pull her with me. My friends, my business partners, the people that have in the C-Roc experience community on Clubhouse now, all of you in this community now that we're building. I don't want there to be a gap. But the only way that gap won't be there, if you stop, if I stop, which ain't gonna happen, okay? Or these folks that are here with you at the time when you start to separate, they start to step up their game because you become a role model to them. And they become in a situation where they're not gonna settle. They're not gonna negotiate with dreams that they've had when they were a kid. And I wanna just encourage everyone not to settle. Make the gap start to spread and pull people with you. And if they don't, make sure you understand that they cannot stay in your environment, because if they do, they will pull you back. And more importantly than yourself, it's the people that you can impact in this world, the customers, the employees, the partners, your family. It affects all of them because you're not doing everything that you could be to be the greatest version of yourself, to be the leader that you're designed to be the creator and the visionary that you're designed to be, okay? I wanna leave you with this message. I wanna challenge you today. And am I focusing on myself or am I focusing on other people? And by the way, the people in your environment are either adding to your life, subtracting from your life, multiplying in your life, or dividing. And we need to be assessing this at all times. And by the way, the people in your environment that are doing that, the negative ones, like dividing and subtracting, they're not necessarily bad people. When I say that, a lot of times people think that's a bad thing, like they're bad people. It's not that they're bad people. It's the combination of the two of you together, or multiple people together, that are creating an outcome that's either adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. And you have to act upon it when it's dividing and when it's subtracting, because it's holding everybody back. But don't think that they're bad people. Sometimes they are, but don't think that they're bad people because you're not focusing on yourself when you do that. This goes back to the message of focusing on yourself. You're focusing on them. When you judge other people, when you say, oh, they're bad people, I don't want them, that's not the way to approach it. I need to control my environment, make it the best possible fertile ground for growth, and it's just not going together right now. It's not in alignment. So I need to take action. It's not them. It's just it's the outcome of the formula. I want everybody to focus on that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about today is also challenging you on this. If you didn't care what other people think and you're not focused on other people, you would go all out, because you wouldn't be worried about going bankrupt. You wouldn't be worried about having cars repossessed, losing your house. You wouldn't be worried about all that. Because I believe all of us have come into this world butt naked, not knowing how to talk, no money, no experience, no knowledge, no wisdom, no material possessions, no relationships. Now, I'm just being ultra ridiculous here, right? If we had to go back to starting all over again, butt naked into this world, please don't visualize that right now for anybody. But if we had to go back to that, now though, we have relationships, we have knowledge and wisdom, experience, know-how. We can communicate, and so we can do it all over again, but we'll do it much faster. I know people that have lost $100 million and in 6 months got it back plus another 100 million because of that same concept. So I want to leave you with that today. That's the thoughts that I want you to leave you. And if you're watching on YouTube, like I said, let me know your thoughts, comment, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you share this. Also, if you got value out of this video today, it's your boy C-Roc. Until next time, next video, be unstoppable.